Welcome to this week's Bible Topics discussion. We're glad you're with us today and hope you and yours are doing well. Today's topic is, who is the light of the world?
Jesus said 3 times in the book of John that he, Jesus, is the light of the world. Let's look at those scriptures. John chapter 8 verse 12 says this, "When Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, 'I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life.'" In John chapter 9 verse 5, Jesus said, "While I am in the world, I am the light of the world." In John chapter 12 verse 46, Jesus says it a little differently. He says, "I have come into the world as a light, so that no one who believes in me should stay in darkness."
Why would Jesus say that he is the light of the world? Well, have you ever been sitting in a room full of people and someone walks in and their presence just lights up the room? There's something about that person that just lifts you up and brightens your day. Well, if one single human being can do that, imagine what Jesus can do, who was perfect in every way, never committed a sin, and had the power to change your life from the moment you met him. There was never any darkness in Jesus, no sin, no corruption, no deceitfulness. He was just pure. And besides that, he loves us so much and wants so much for us to walk in the light, his light.
His truth shines into the world and reveals so much about it. When Jesus lights up our lives with his truth, we start to see things happen. Chains start to fall off that had us bound for so long. If we follow him, the one true light, we can see things more clearly. We can understand truths as he reveals them to us through his word, through sermons, and through discussions with persons longer in the faith than us. So if you put your faith in him and believe him, he pulls you out of the darkness, out of old habits that were ruining you, and shines his light on the road he wants you to take that will eventually bring you to him at the end of your life.
But wait a minute. What about what Jesus says in Matthew chapter 5, verses 14 through 16? He says, "You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, you put it in its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven."
Jesus seems to contradict himself here. In 3 different places he says that he is the light of the world. And in one other place he says that we Christians are the light of the world. Well, in this last verse, he says that people don't light a lamp and put it under a bowl. That's true. If you've become a Christian and are learning about the light of Christ and how we're to go around leading others to him, then you are the light of the world. That's how the church got started in the first place. The disciples spent time with Jesus and learned from him, and he told them to go out into the world winning souls to Christ. So Jesus is the light. But according to the verse we just read in Matthew 5, which says that we're to let our light shine before others, his light is in us, and now we're the light of the world too. When we become a Christian, we have the light of Jesus in us. We're to go into the world letting his light shine through us to others, opening up a world of salvation and light to people who are living in darkness.
Well, that's it for this week. Join us next week when we'll discuss something new. Maybe it'll be something you have suggested. Please like, comment, and share, and let us know if you have any questions. We would love to hear from you. See you next week. Be blessed.